a lot of people find happiness and contentment with adventure, like climbing tall mountains, or hiking along trails, going, exploring the wilderness and that kind of thing. I've never really found it compelling to, say, climb Mount Everest.
You're doing it conceptually.
Conceptually and from a knowledge standpoint. Knowledge Mount Everest.
Right, so it's adventure. It's adventure with a destination in mind, right? And you already described the destination. It's the destination is deep understanding.
Yes, to deepen our understanding of the nature of the universe. I think this is. I mean, one I guess could call it a religion. I wouldn't be upset about that. But that is my religion. For, lack of a better way to describe it, is really, it's the religion of curiosity, the religion of greater enlightenment, and then if you follow that, so like that's the goal, then what falls out of that goal? What falls out of that goal is to have consciousness expand in scale and scope. I use scale and scope to say that you want more consciousness, and I think it's also good to have varied consciousness. So that everyone's not thinking exactly the same thing.
That's those multiple eyes, eh?
Yeah. So I think it's probably good to have multiple religions and have different perspectives on things. And so what falls out of that is we need to take a set of actions that increase the probability that the future will be good for humanity, and that and we want to expand consciousness. We want to. I think we should increase the population of Earth, not decrease it. And I think that will not result in.
The Hungarians have been successful in that regard, by the way. They've made family policy planning their fundamental concern. And that was
very wise.
That was driven in part by a woman named Katalin Novak, who used to be president of Hungary. She's a very, very smart person. And they've knocked the abortion rate in Hungary down by 38% with no compulsion. Right? They have a 12-week limit in Hungary. Yeah, they've increased the proportion of women in the labor force by about 15%.
Okay.
They've knocked the divorce rate down substantially, and at minimum, they've decreased the decline in the birth rate. I don't know if they've actually managed to tilt it back up in Hungary yet, but they spend about 7% of their GDP on family policy.
Right.
And this ARC enterprise we've been building in London made family policy a center point. We're trying to bring classic conservatives and liberals together all around the world. And, your thinking on the natalist front has actually been, what would you say, has been an input into that. Because I started to notice, well, I don't know, I don't think it was 20 years ago that I'd caught on to that. It was not that long ago. But I knew that there was something terribly wrong with the fact that the birth rates had plummeted so terribly. In South Korea and Japan, I think in South Korea now it's something like 40% of men in their 30s are virginal. It's